So let's do a look at Hebrews and some things that I wonder how the Calvinists, the Reformed, the Tulip people look at Hebrews. First thing I see is the power of word. Why am I bringing up the power of the word? Because the Calvinist, Tulip Reformed people would say, for anyone to come to Christ, for anyone to believe, for anyone to be made new so they can believe, be caused to have faith, is God's got to do something. He's got to do something that's outside of what humans can do. And occasionally they might say the gospel is a means, but many times it's not. It's a hidden work, a secretive work outside of anything other than God's regenerative and power. God reaches into the heart. Well, here we go. In the past, God spoke words. That's an external thing. How did he speak? Through prophets. That's external. Prophets, Holy Spirit inspired, wrote the words. So, but they're words given to a future people. Remember, the Bible is for us, not always to us. Oh, wait a minute. He's spoken to us by his son. Now, who's that for? Only for Christians? Again, I don't agree with that. I think the Bible could be for everyone. I always use the example of, why do people put Bibles in the prisons? The only thing you can get is a Bible in every room. Well, that's dumb. What's it going to do except for give them something to read? But I think that some believe that the words that are being read will, in fact, come with the Holy Spirit rendered understanding, and action can be taken by the man. The Holy Spirit's always working, right? Let's see here. I should figure out how to pause this. So, here we go again. For to which of the angels did God ever say, well, wait a minute. If he can just regenerate and he can just decree everything, why talk? No need to talk, at least not to the ones he's already elected and regenerated, or that he's going to regenerate. No words are needed, right? But he did talk. And let's see here. Here he goes again. Let all God's angels worship him. In speaking of the angels, here he goes talking again. By the way, isn't it interesting that all humans for all time must receive externally words? And God chose to work through words, through language that he created, language that he confused. Genesis 9, 10, 11, right? Genesis 11. Yet, according to Calvinism, Tulip Reformed theology, no, when it comes to the big and heavy hitting stuff, the stuff that's going to make someone elect, born again, everlasting, eternal, saved, born again, words really aren't how God gets it done. Now I say they are. Read Romans 10. Those, how do people come to know Jesus if they haven't heard? Well, God chose to send preachers. Jesus told us to go and preach. Preach what? The gospel. And after you hear it, if you receive it, you can be saved. If you hear it, and the Holy Spirit will make it understandable, you can confess with your mouth, Jesus is Lord, believe in your heart, and thou shalt be saved. We will continue with Hebrews. How come all of these external means like words are used for believers and unbelievers? If God must regenerate in a secret fashion, if everything's decreed, why words for the Christian? They're only going to do what they've been decreed to do, no matter how much they hear no matter how much their humanness thinks that they're actually doing something. So head scratchers abound. We're going to continue with Hebrews.